Hi there, welcome in Capricorn. This is your July 2025 monthly zodiac reading. We've got a full moon in your energy, my dear fellow Capricorns, coming up on the 10th, I believe. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Coming up this Thursday. I know, I feel that that's what I'm already feeling. I'm noticing in the readings that July seems to be a month of people changing directions, quitting jobs, quitting marriages, partnerships, business partnerships, friendships, just saying no more. So let's see what wants to come through for us. Y'all know I'm a Capricorn too, so let's see. Oh my goodness. Making a difference. Awakening ancient wisdom. And listening with your heart. Trust the messages I receive from my heart. Deeper knowing is emerging within me. Yeah, I'm feeling that myself. Making a difference says, my inner light shines far and wide. This is about stepping up, stepping out, sharing who you are with the world, with people that you already know and those new people that will be coming in. You know, I've been talking, and Sadie from Yin Reiki Light and I have both been talking for the last couple years about, especially last year, it was the message that we both were getting was it's not a year to, it's a year to feel your way through things. You can't think your way through the ascension process. Yes, you can do some mental work, some emotional work, but especially in the twin flame journey, we're meant to really get to a space where we feel into everything, and that that's also a collective message that, and I feel like now, as we're in the second half of 2025, that's so much more important than ever before. Is we have AI on the internet and everything. You have to really trust your intuition, with being on social media, even just that alone. But I feel like that's a great opportunity, with social media. This is interesting coming out of my mouth. It's interesting that it's like social media is helping us to prepare and hone our craft as we step out into the world, right? If we fall prey to the illusion on social media, then we're going to continue to fall prey to it in the outer world. And high priestess, goddess energy, male, female, doesn't matter. It's the energy of knowingness, of trusting the self, and we're really stepping into it because it makes a difference. From so many of us, are shifting gears. Like I said, July is the month that's going to set all that in motion for many people, is shifting gears, changing directions. And the directions we're moving in, and the things that we're moving away from, the people, the situations, the jobs, whatever it is that we're moving away from, it all makes a difference of how we step up in our lives, right? Choosing the Mythic Tarot deck for this reading. Thank you, Spirit. Just got really hot. How many of you, so I'm recording this on July 5th. We're coming up to the 7/7 portal, which is always powerful for me. and it is, it's for the collective, but, and then the full moon in Capricorn. I just talked to a friend. She's like, I'm exhausted, and I'm not, it's a weird exhaustion. It's like, I want to go outside and be outside. I go outside, and I've done the same thing today. Get outside, and it's like, oh, breathe in the beautiful energy in the air, and then the body says, nope, it's enough, inside. So it's a beautiful day out, and I'm being told to stay inside. There's a lot of energy coming off of the sun right now. We are aligned with Sirius, which is our spiritual sun. See it however you want to. I have the Syrians, I have the Pleiadians, I have the Arcturians that just entered into my living room. That was cool. Thank you. You definitely, being upgraded in the moment. Just really being upgraded, receiving a lot of galactic downloads. Currently, I think it's just going to get louder as the month goes on. So I was going to say something, and you see how they just took me when they entered my space. It was like that thought didn't even matter anymore. It's funny. I don't know. But we're all experiencing this differently. My friend is napping. I'm feeling energized. Wanted to get some readings out. I'm also eating a lot. I'm fueling the body to help myself stay grounded as I receive what I'm receiving from these energies, right? Like I said, everybody is going to process this differently, but it's pretty wild. Look at that, Capricorn. We are showing up. You are showing up as a Hierophant, a spiritual leader. It makes a difference. A mentor. Stepping out, this is where we've been maybe hidden. See how he's in the cave, and he's just got to take one step out. July is our one step that we're taking into the next level of where we're going, stepping out so everyone can see us unapologetically. I've been getting that word a lot since last weekend. Unapologetically you. Be unapologetically you, Capricorn. Oh. What's the situation, your spirit? King of Swords, Ace of Cups. Typically I would only take one card, but I'm hearing trusting the heart. There's a situation where you've got to really lean into what's right for you, what's best for you, what's in alignment with your highest good, what's in alignment for your emotional fulfillment. I'm hearing answering the call, getting a lot of mental messages, downloads. However Spirit's giving you the message, it's a message it needs to get through. So they're using all avenues to get to you, whether it's through the mental mind, the heart space. They're finding the way to get the message to you. And this is, like I said, answering the call, doing what fills your cup, finally standing your ground, maybe speaking how you feel about a situation. It's the opportunity. I feel like that King of Swords is a little bit of the opportunity, giving us the time to, yeah, that's right. The King of Swords is the opportunity to take action toward what fuels you. You got 2 aces and 4 cards, 2 aces. Wow. this is your opportunity to go in and just to strike a new path for yourself, getting a little bit of the fool energy. Um, wow, 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 wow. Oh, holy Mashugana. Page of Cups flew out. There's a new emotional experience for you. I want to say there's a few of us Capricorns, I'm going to add myself into this, that might feel like they don't have the emotional strength right now to do whatever this is for you, so you can step out more into your own power. Um, Maybe feeling emotionally drained or just emotionally inept. Is that even a word? Is it? I don't know. Inept. I feel like it should be inept. I gotta look it up. Oh, look at that. Hang on. I can do that now. Forget I was not on my phone. Inept. Spelled right, Mary Jo. Having or showing no skill. Clumsy. Yeah. I feel like and so the other cards that came out just like this. The Tower, the High Priestess, and we were talking about the High Priestess here, and the Ten of Wands. This is. I'm just saying, things have got to come to a close for you to fully step into this High Priestess energy. Things that have been weighing you down, thought forms, jobs, relationships, whatever you've been carrying that's not been yours. I'm talking about specific situations where you've been carrying it. And I'm just, I can speak for this for myself, because in my own personal world, if you've been following me, I've been grieving since October when my mom passed, and then 3 months later a cat, and then 3 months later the last cat. It's been a roller coaster, and I feel like there are some days I feel like I just don't have what it takes to step up into my power. But then, spirit certainly steps in and shows me that I've got more strength and fortitude and power than I give myself credit for. uh, I feel like this is a sudden shift into High Priestess mode for all of us. I can tell you I'm feeling that myself. Feeling some of it in my physical body, but feeling most of it in the upper chakras and in the outer bodies. But um, a sudden shift. I want to say the energy is here, and that's what's moving you away from places, people, situations that maybe you got talked into having responsibility, having a role. I've been talking about this with so many readings, is that we're all changing roles. Old roles that no longer serve us. Things that have gone past their expiration date. It's closing out, and it's showing up here, and this is giving you the opportunity to strike out on your own. Um, for me, it's about making, instead of making my tarot readings and my meeting and all my other spiritual services or metaphysical services, however you want to say that. I don't know why I'm tripping over those words in my mind, but um, I was telling myself, I was believed that my cleaning jobs were my main source of income, and this was my supplementary, right? And I'm switching that. I'm changing gears. I'm changing directions, moving it so this is my main source of income, and then I can slowly walk away from the cleaning business because my body can't do it anymore. Just sharing my personal experience to see if, it's going to resonate with others out there. I know that because I know I'm not the only one going through this. Whatever you have been carrying for others out of maybe the goodness of your heart, we are the doers, we want to always be doing something. But that doesn't feel right anymore. It doesn't fit anymore. And something, it was probably built on a very false foundation. Yes, for me, I can speak this for myself, is my belief that I had to work to pay bills, had to do a job to pay a bill. The working to survive method doesn't work anymore. It's not playing out anymore. And part of that falling away, in order for that to fall away, is to understand and to accept that I've got the power to manifest. You've got the power to manifest whatever it is that you want to create in your world from a heart-centered space, making it very strong and solid foundation. I feel like this is going to shock a lot of people. I know it's going to shock one of my ladies, that's for sure. But this is when you start stepping out of other people's shadows and start self-sourcing, start showing up for yourself. And here's the thing. I thought I was. You may have thought you were showing up for yourself, but this comes in another energy, in another way. It comes through the heart space in a different way. I apologize if you've got headphones on. My ostomy is piping up down here, and I can hear her. I know you can hear her, especially if you got earphones on. But anyway, I love that. I love this. It's time to step up. I do want to say High Priestess and the Hierophant. This could be about a divine union finally falling into place, falling into alignment. And things can fall into alignment with just the acknowledgement that I'm not carrying something for anyone else anymore. I'm not going to look outside of myself to find my happiness and then end up being burdened by what's been dumped on me. That's somebody said that recently, because that didn't even sound like my voice when I was speaking it. But yeah, it all plays hand in hand. And listening with the heart space. This is we've got two cards here that just represent that. This one card, it says, I trust the messages I receive from my heart. Come here, please. And here we've got the heart space and the divine feminine energy of the High Priestess is the knowingness, the trusting what she knows without knowing how she knows, trusting her intuition, and understanding that the intuition is coming through the heart space. This could be an inner alignment of the masculine and feminine energies. So union. But there are some of us that don't feel like we've got what it takes to fill this cup right now. I feel like I can say it's right now, because the fuel is coming, the energy is coming, the downloads are coming. Like I was speaking about the 7/7 portal, we're receiving the downloads already. I mean, I can feel them as I'm speaking to you. This is the opportunity to just let all of that enter in. Knight of Swords for your advice. I want to get another one on that. Keep going. Go forward fearlessly. That's another thing I've been hearing a lot lately. Be fearless. Yeah, because it's time. It's time. Yeah, your advice is to follow where you're being led. Go where you're being led. The universe is showing you. And your guides are leading you there. I do want to say that you're the energy of our loved ones, spirit angels, is very strong right now, quite palpable in some instances for myself. And having been a seer since I was born, you kind of get used to feeling them around you, but there's a difference. There's more, and they're powerful. So I do want to remind you that to continue to tap into and ask your guides for whatever you need. I don't feel it's like asking for direction, because you're surrendered into the soul and to the divine knowing and allowing that to propel you forward, and trusting in that. Maybe it's just the emotional fortitude to get through it. But there is definitely a new emotional experience wanting to come in. Could be a message of love from someone. An acknowledgement I'm hearing for some of you. An acknowledgement of, I don't know, what you've gone through, what you're going through. Could be an apology from someone. If this is a divine counterpart situation, could be an apology that's very shocking, surprising, and it lightens the load. It lightens the load. This a conversation that lightens the load. I feel like the conversation, I just got a deja vu. I feel like what I'm about to say has already been said. Of course it has. Oh, don't lose it, don't lose it, don't lose it. Fudge nuggets. This conversation comes from the heart. It's someone else taking action toward a new emotional experience with you. It's heartfelt, it's passionate, it's exciting. I'm hearing it's scary. But this conversation, this just took a whole nother turn here, right? It blows an old idea, an old version of you, an old path out of the water. It just done, over with. And what's left is your knowing, your truth. It blows away any kind of illusion where maybe you believe that you had to carry responsibility for others. No, you don't. I don't even care if you're a parent. Well, let's see. There are some ages, up to some ages, where you have to still, you are the sole entity responsible for your child. But we're not going to get into that. But there's just, I don't know why I need to say that. But anyway, old responsibilities get blown out of the water. Old roles, old versions of you. Okay. I'll come here, Spirit. Well, that was quick. Interesting. 7 of Swords for the outcome. Emperor on the bottom of the deck. 5 of Wands, or 5 of Wands. Interesting. 5 of Pentacles. 8 of Wands. Star, Death. 10 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. There's an uncovering of something. Uncovering of lies. Uncovering of old, thought forms, illusions. This Emperor wants to have a conversation about how they felt leaving you. They've been sitting on this, hiding this for a really long time, I'm hearing. 7 years. 7 lifetimes, I'm hearing for some of you. Interesting. Healing. Transformation out of the old. 3 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Walking into the truth. Walking into some knowingness. And we've got the Queen of Swords now coming through. I want to say that this Emperor energy is another entity. It isn't you. This is someone else, male or female, because we've got another connection showing up here. So I feel like someone I'm channeling wants to tell you something before somebody else, before you hear it through the grapevine. They want to tell you something before you hear it through the grapevine. What do they want to say? That they've walked away from beliefs where they may have put you in the mindset of you're the third party. They want to tell you that they've walked away from what the real third party was. They want to tell you that they're no longer deceiving themselves. 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 3 of Swords. They were just as wounded. Jam session here. There's a stop sign right outside my house. So they want to say to you, don't think for 1 minute that I wasn't as wounded walking away from you as you were having me walk away. I had to go and I had to do what I needed to do for me, but it was for your healing as well. And I feel like this person wants to say, I don't know where this is coming from all of a sudden with these cards, but this person wants to say that they've been watching you shine. They've been watching you transform. They've been sensing you transform as well. So if this is a twin flame connection, this might resonate, because we feel each other, right? So I thought they were stopped at the stop sign. Maybe they're not. Yeah, there could be a divorce they want to talk about. There could be a conversation about why they walked away from you, or the fact that they've walked away from another connection. For some of you, they walked away because they felt like they were hurting you by being in your life for whatever you were going through. for some, this is a divine masculine or sacred masculine who is now saying to me they never felt that they had what it took to fill their own cup or your cup. I feel like before this emperor became the sacred masculine, they felt very responsible for how your life played out. They've carried a lot with them. And I feel like now they want to lay it down. For someone, I'm hearing laying it down at Jesus' feet. I don't know who that message is, but for those who that does not resonate with, the final card here was the Seven of Swords, the outcome. Moving away from illusion, no longer deceiving yourselves. Can I get two more on the Seven of Swords, Spirit, for those that this storyline does not play out for them? What we got here? Well, we got the Queen of Swords wanting to come out again with the Ace of Pentacles. I can't reach them. Queen of Swords definitely wanted to show herself, and there's the Ace of Pentacles. 3 aces. The ace that's missing is the Ace of Swords, the clarity, the truth. Let's take a look at where that is. So yeah, this is about gaining clarity, though, cutting through, cutting out things where you've just been lying to yourself that you needed it for your stability, your support, that you couldn't manifest something on your own. Yes, you can. Yeah, that was a lie. Now, this is about stepping out into your own light and manifesting like a badass. Yeah, there's a 9 of Cups on the bottom. Let's take a look at where... What am I looking for? Ace of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. Look at that. I love that. Ace of Swords is in between the Fool and the 5 of Swords. Yeah. There seems to be a little bit of wanting to not trust yourself yet. The truth that's coming through, but don't worry. It puts you on a new path, takes you away from some old mindsets, clears the way to do so. Wow. Be unapologetically you. Old versions. I feel like this Emperor, whoever this resonates with, this Emperor is closing out some chapters between the two of you that have needed. Maybe this is closure. Maybe this is just setting the record straight. They want something different, something new with you. Something transformative. So it's like they're coming in saying, I'm willing to grow. I'm willing to grow. I want to grow. I'm done lying to myself that it doesn't hurt to be away from you. Well, it does hurt to be away from you. And I'm walking away from any third parties, and I'm walking right toward you to celebrate. I'm clear. I've got a lot to say, so mark your calendar, set aside some time, because I've got a lot to say. Okay. Yeah, one final card as I close this out here. That kind of took a direction I wasn't expecting in. So we've got Amethyst Metamorphosis. There's that Tower, 10 of Wands, Death. You are in a vortex of deep transformation. Surrender to the process that's unfolding. That's exactly where we're at this summer, this winter, wherever it is, whatever it is for where you're at. But July is very significant. 2025 as a collective is a very significant metamorphic year for everyone on this planet. Every kingdom. Every kingdom. And we've got the last slower moving outer planet moving into their new sign for the next 8 years. So we're closing out an 8-year cycle where things felt like maybe they would get started, but then they kind of got grounded again. Where we maybe got stable financially, and now's the action, now's the forward movement, and Uranus and Gemini is going to be fast thinking, fast talking. That's why we've got to be very alert, aware, trusting our intuition, letting the heart lead. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there, Capricorn. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. I do. If you're interested in a personal reading, especially if that Emperor situation rang a bell for you, my email is in the description box below. Please do reach out, and we'll get you on my calendar, all right? Until next time, Capricorn, have a beautiful July. Stay safe, stay grounded, stay unapologetically you. Until next time.